Greetings, folks. Dan Mack here from the Shred Shack, here with the guys from Red IV. Guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm Joseph Herron, singer and bass player of Red IV.
I'm Corey Epps, I'm the lead guitar player for Red IV.
Guys, give us a brief history of Red IV.
Well, you'd have to speak with the founder, originator, Mr. Corey Epps.
I've been jamming with Joseph for about maybe a year and a half now.
2 years.
2 years now. So time flies. We've been jamming in Red IV for about 3 years now. It was my idea that I had because I didn't want to make just a band by myself. So it ended up becoming bigger than me and ran into a bunch of people, a lot of other members, and now we're here with Joseph. We're rocking and still going, and it's been an awesome ride so far.
How did Joseph join the band?
Actually, our old bass player Emilio, he was looking for somebody because our old singer, our original singer, had felt like he wanted to leave the band for, I guess, his own reasons, right? And after that, we brought in Joseph. He was a buddy of Emilio's, and he knew him because he was a really good. I guess he sang the national anthem really good. And,
well, yeah. Let me expound on that story. It's I'm a boxing writer. So and I'm a ring announcer, and I do boxing commentary on several fight cards. And so I was working one of his fight cards, and someone that he hired to do the anthem originally didn't show up. So he asked me if I could fill in for him. I did my best operatic version of the Francis Scott Classic, and so yeah, he remembered that. 5 years later, he asked me, "Hey, do you still sing?" And I'm like, "Well, I think so." And so I fill in because he had these dates lined up at several venues, and he didn't want to cancel those obligations. So I learned the songs in a matter of 2 days, and I had all my lyrics scattered all over the floor, right, when we were performing live.
Went straight on the stage.
Yeah, it was trial by fire, and it's
Seems to be working in this band lately.
Been with Red IV since. Yeah, it's about 2 years ago.
Who would you say are your biggest influences?
Mine would be like Billy Gibbons, and
I'd say the look kind of suits you.
and there you go.
I didn't always look like this. Yeah, and then I guess Diamond always too, and then Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit. Mm-hmm. That was a big inspiration, and then Eric Clapton and B.B. King and all those awesome dudes, and then Jimi Hendrix changed my life. You know what I mean? So all those one by one just accumulates into I guess where I get my sound from.
Vocally, oh my gosh. Also with songwriting, I'd say vocally Steve Walsh of Kansas, John Anderson of Yes, Jeff Tate obviously, Geddy Lee, Rob Halford, Bruce Dickinson, Ronnie James Dio, Glenn Hughes. Everyone who has been with Rainbow, Deep Purple, any of those bands, they're some of my heroes. I draw from all of those guys. As far as songwriting goes, I'm a big prog guy. Okay. So King Crimson, Rush, Yes, Kansas, love all of those bands. Are huge influences on my material.
How do you guys feel about the state of hard rock and heavy metal today?
You know, to be honest with you, I think it's so fragmented now. There are so many different subgenres of the metal genre now, where you really have to search for talent, but there's a ton of it out there. It's such an exciting time to be in a band and to be out there because of all the different avenues that you can actually put your music out there. There's so many ways to listen to and to try and build a fan base, but it's fragmented into so many different subgenres that it's very easy to get lost in the shuffle. And we like to focus on kind of our strengths, his solid playing and his distinctive sound. And
also we try to gig, and then gigs.
There you have it. Yeah.
I'll do it old school way, but now I've noticed that online you can get a lot of things accomplished online as you used to. I guess all the past artists weren't able to do that. You know what I mean? You had to be out there handing out CDs. You had to be putting out flyers, actually calling people on the phone and inviting them to shows. You know, and start a following. Now everything you can gain a following through just a matter of weeks, I guess, right? Through social media and stuff.
You still have to beat your feet, though, man. There's no substitute for beating your feet.
We love the gig, and I think that's what helps us by staying, I guess, relevant to out there in the nowadays.
Okay, well, actually, that next question kind of pertains to that. How do you guys feel about streaming services like Spotify, Pandora, those online places where you can get all the music now?
You know, it's really cool, and I love it because it's so easily accessible, but You know, we're old school, man. I mean, I remember back when I bought my first Pink Floyd album, you know, and looked at the vinyl and heard it, put on my headphones in the, you know, with the record player and the turntable, and it was really magical. There was no MTV back in the day. We had no idea how they looked, and you kind of create your own image, your own perception of that band, just from the packaging, just from the tones, with your mind's eye. And to be honest with you, I really missed that part of the music where you could open up the product and read, just look at the illustrations and you know, hear the crackle of the vinyl and the needle. There was something really magical about that, and that's kind of, it's pretty sad that this generation may never discover how special that was, to make a product your own and to envision, kind of create that perception of how they look to you. You know, and just based on just based on the oral quality of the music, you would envision. Like, I had no idea how Freddie Mercury looked, right? And I bought Queen News of the World, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I see him on Don Kirshner's rock concert, I'm like, well, that looks nothing how I thought he would look. And it kind of just created this strange image, you know?
You know what?
But with Pandora, also, it leads us to, I found other bands that are like the bands I like, and it's been like a little treasure chest that you find. You find stuff, and it leads to other stuff, and then that's why people are like, oh, what band does this sound like? And then you have a whole other genre of music that you didn't even know you liked because of like bands that sound similar.
But when they tag you that a certain way, it kind of pigeonholes you, though. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, someone may not think that we sound like Alter Bridge, even though for some reason when you look up Alter Bridge, Red IV pops up. Mm-hmm. So that's it's kind of it's a blessing and a curse.
So you guys just released the Injection EP. Tell us about the recording process of that.
Oh boy. Well, I tell you what, we started with 4 members, then we dwindled down to 3, and then it was down to 2, and Corey and I pretty much finished everything ourselves by the grace of God.
We're lucky to have JJ with us too, always helping us out.
Well, in the studio though, it was just Corey and I. We did all of the drums, all the bass, all the guitars, all the vocals ourselves.
Patience
and because some of the previous members actually contributed to the material, we had to change lyrics, we had to change the material, we had to alter it quite a bit. We even had to ixnay a specific song and write a new one specifically for this project. And lo and behold, it's one of the more popular downloaded songs on it. It's a tune called Odyssey that we put in at the last moment. So
I mean, it's a process, you know. I mean, every album is a process.
So it almost makes it, you know, that saying, if you know, is the juice worth the squeeze? Well, in this case, I think the juice is definitely worth the squeeze. It was a very, very taxing effort, but it was well worth it, I think.
How long did you guys record it for?
Oh gosh, over a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because it's coming out now. By the way you were describing it, I figured it would take a good long time. So. Okay. So last time, Joseph, you and I spoke about the band and everything. You guys were looking to get a solid lineup. I know that tonight your lineup is different than what I saw 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
And then you said you guys had some plans for a future idea. So give us some idea about what you're planning to do as far as like a future tour or anything.
Oh, absolutely. As far as the lineup for the band, obviously just being a 3-piece, it really affects the kind of material that we want to write. And for our next effort, our next awesome YKM Records effort, by the grace of the great Miss Lisa Castro.
Yeah, Lisa Castro, YKM Records. I thought I wasn't going to get a chance to say anything, but I guess.
She always say something.
Often that happens. So, but it's. So we want to add another guitar player.
Mm-hmm. We're thinking about it, but we don't want to say names yet.
Or maybe another bass player, and I'll switch to guitar.
So also it'll give the second album a little bit more feel, a little bit more flavor. The next one.
It just adds that versatility, the ability to write more, and to be able to, because we don't like to write anything that we can't replicate live.
Of course.
And so, we want to expand with maybe a more mature effort. It's just a natural progression. And obviously, drummer. We seem to have a revolving door of drummers as of late. So
Spinal Tap effect.
Yeah.
We keep it to the original 2 here, though. We keep it going. You know what I mean? As long as alive, as long as you believe in it.
Corey is indeed the heart and soul of the band.
I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Red IV is impossible without Corey. It's his baby, and I'm just really happy and honored that he actually wants to share this with me.
So, thank you, Joseph.
Right on. All right. So aside from that, give an idea of what the future holds, short term, long term for Red Ivy.
You want to ask her? You want to say something? You tell us.
Short term, what we plan to do is push this EP. We spent a great deal of time and money on this EP.
Yeah, guys.
But it shows them. Listen to the product.
A great deal of time and money, and
Proof's in the pudding.
One of YKM Records, one of the label's mission statements is that we don't produce music that, like they said, they can't authenticate on stage. So I was very dead set on them hitting every note. I was very dead set on them doing every musical talent that they could, push through without, let's auto-tune it, let's reverb it, let's do this, let's do that, let's put all the magic tricks on the EP. So
he really does sing like that.
I know. I've been there. It's been quite awesome.
Thank you, man.
So the next venture for them is to, now that we have a product, is to get them toured. So we're creating a fan base, a very good fan base here in San Antonio. I have all kinds of people reaching out about Red Ivy, and it like he said, like Joseph said, because of the way the EP is constructed, when they hear it, it creates an air of mystery. So I have a lot of high schoolers saying, "Hey, what do these guys look like?" And so I think that'll work well for them as far as their fan base, because we really want them to get to know the music and how hard that they worked on the music and what their passion is in the music before we actually get into image and touring and all this other stuff. But they are gonna, the next fate is to sell the CD, push the CD, tour it, and then when they come back from touring, work on the next project. Baby steps, one step at a time, because we want to keep it as authentic as possible.
They do it all over again.
And do it all over again.
So what are the ideas for touring? Like where at?
We're gonna do a 4-city tour starting in March, because our first stop is New York City.
My hometown.
There you go.
Well, my home area.
Our first stop is New York City. I'm going to take them to my hometown, which is Chicago.
Okay.
And we're really getting some good hits in Hessen, Germany.
Okay.
Hessen.
Hey, wherever they think we
Wherever
like
that
us,
is.
we're going.
Hessen, Germany. The statistics are saying they're getting some good play in Hessen, Germany. So
and
I
North
would
Korea
say
also.
I'm sorry?
North Korea also.
Really?
Of all places.
If they let us
Of all
go,
places, North Korea.
then they'll make a new band on us after that.
So our demographic is, we're gonna go where they like us. We're gonna go where they're playing us. If they're playing it there, we're gonna go there. If we gotta take a slow boat to China, we're gonna go. We're going there.
Sounds like good times, then.
All right.
Okay, so again, lightning round is going to be a series of questions that we just ask every band. It's not to be taken seriously, so just answer as quickly as possible. And yeah, boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
I wear boxers.
Okay.
Or superhero type.
How can you wear briefs if you're a guy? That doesn't make any sense to me. I've never been able to wear
Well, when I'm on stage, I like to keep it all together. So, but boxers at night, briefs during the day.
I heard commando.
geez.
I heard commando.
No.
That's only on Sundays.
No. Boxers. Yeah. Need a
Chicken or steak?
Chicken.
steak.
Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Oh gosh, that's tough. I love me some pancakes, but waffles.
Okay. Black Sabbath, you prefer Dio or Ozzy on vocals?
I've always thought Dio,
dude,
that was amazing, but Ozzy's still the man. I love Dio though.
Ronnie James Dio is such a huge influence on my vocals. I love me some Ozzy though, man. That's a terrible question, man.
But it's a hard one.
I tell you what, push.
We're going with Dio.
Push. I love both equally.
There you go. Who would win an arm wrestling? Who would win in an arm wrestling match? Lemmy or God?
Lemmy is God.
There you go. There you go.
I thought Stevie Wonder was God.
No, he got it. He got it right. Lemmy is God. It's a trick question. So. Some of Metallica's last 15 years in 3 words or less.
Holy shit.
There you go. That's a word. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything?
Doing what we do on a Saturday night.
Love, and more love.
Okay. In his 1993 classic, Meatloaf stated that he would do anything for love. What wouldn't you do for love?
Oh, chingao. Play music on the side of the road.
What's it called?
Yeah,
The rusty
beg.
trombone?
Love is the most powerful thing in the universe, so probably pretty much anything.
All right, last question. If your band were stranded on a desert island, who would be eaten first?
Joseph.
Corey? Because they go where the smell is.
That go too.
You know, in all fairness,
Or a drummer, because whoever's a drummer at the time.
in all fairness, it's typically the bassist first.
There you
so
Yeah, but I'm the vocalist, though. I'm the vocalist. I'm the lead singer.
you need to hire a new bassist and
I'm gonna
vocalist.
start working out. That's what I need to start doing.
Come on now.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, brother.